He's a highlight reel goalie.
Another shot! Holy Toledo! What is he doing down there?
He's got incredible instinct and incredible skill, and is the most valuable player on the Leafs.
We became very good friends, and I think part of my job and the reason I stayed here for an extra year was I was able to drive him into the rink every day, and he would get here on time. And I thought that would continue my career for years to come, because I honestly think that Cujo had never driven to the rink.
That drive to the rink was about to change. Stavro and his partners had reached an agreement to purchase the Toronto Raptors and the Air Canada Centre. The Leafs' new home meant the last of hockey's great palaces would be no more.
When you go out west, you realize how big it is to people out there. They never are going to get here, and they talk about it, their kids talk about it. It's the Shrine.
So I think they have it right when they say memory and dreams are definitely forever, and you'll never replace a building like the Gardens. It's definitely more than just an arena, it's a hockey shrine.
The day had finally come. After 68 years, the grand old lady on Carlton Street had one curtain call left. But its legacy would live forever.
My first time to walk in and look up and see the massive size of this place, I had never imagined that it looked like it did. And it was quite impressive. I spent the whole practice missing all the drills, I'm sure, and looking around the building.
I sat in the greens and watched the game and was just absolutely in awe. Not only just about the game itself, but getting off the subway and walking up Carlton Street, and just that the whole event was just so special.
Playing at Maple Leaf Gardens was making it. I mean, that's what we grew up believing. I mean, that was the local arena, the local team. If you really make the NHL, you play at Maple Leaf Gardens.
And so they came from all across Canada to bid farewell, to salute their beloved Leafs, present and past, and to capture an indelible image for their own personal scrapbook.
As a hockey fan, I saw some of the greats that I grew up watching, and being involved with something that meant so much to them was more of a thrill for me. It's something I think I'll appreciate in the years to come.
The teams that won the 4 Stanley Cups, I remember Red Kelly and Eddie Shack and all those guys, they were all sitting across there, and I thought, what an era. There was a lot of emotion. I remember Taggart was crying, and we were part of it, and it was nice to be there.
It was just really almost surreal to see the legends of the Maple Leafs with the current group of players, and to see the current guys enjoying the festivities was just a real treat as well, because I think it showed what it meant to be a Maple Leaf all in one night.
Fans, take this flag to our new home, but always remember us. Thanks, man.
From 60 Carlton to 40 Bay Street, the end of one era, but the promising beginning to another.
The stunning new Air Canada Centre was ready to welcome Toronto's favorite sons. And thanks to Stavro and the rest of Maple Leafs management, the future would not proceed without paying homage to the glorious past.
I give a lot of credit to our ownership. You know, there was a conscious effort to build this building in an intimate atmosphere with the new amenities that many of the new buildings have, and to try and bring as many of the traditions from the Gardens down to the Air Canada Centre. We hung literally hundreds of pictures. We brought new banners down to the Air Canada Centre. I think this building is as good a hockey building as I've been in, a lot more comfortable for our fans, and I think very few people don't love this building.
This is the best dressing room in the National Hockey League right here, and I can honestly say that. New building or not.
And they've got about 15 bikes, a couple Stairmasters, and all the best equipment.
This is Glenn Healy's weight set, which he works out with every day.
And they also have a thing here for Ty, for height. See, it's set right at his height, 3'6".
This is where Heels worked out for the last 3 weeks. Every time he goes in there, it overflows. Best trainer in the National Hockey League, right here, Brian Papino. Oh yeah. He puts all the holes in Heels' gloves that Heels says he always has, but this is a big part of our square footage. I gotta show you back here. Come on.
Well, the whole dressing room facility is 10,000 square feet. 8,000 square feet is for Brian Papino, just to put all our extra equipment in. And he's got it all lined up here. This is the nuts and bolts of the hockey dressing room. Welcome to our new home.
Welcome and enjoy. It's the best building in the league, no doubt about it.
And the Leafs made opening night at the ACC one of its many memorable moments.
And got it out fast. Home down the wing. Pass in front. They score. Thomas set up by Cone. And the Maple Leafs have won the game in overtime.
Welcome to the city of Toronto, located in Ontario, Canada. Toronto hosted the first ever NHL All-Star Game back in 1947, and this afternoon, the game returns for the first All-Star Game of the new millennium and the 50th All-Star Game in league history. This is the spectacular Air Canada Centre, home of the NHL's Toronto Maple Leafs and the home of the 2000 NHL All-Star Game.
Since this building opened last February, it has become a very happy spot for the Leafs to play.
So it's a very good transition for us. I know a lot of teams have struggled coming into their new buildings, but Air Canada Centre has been good to us so far.
Having firmly re-established themselves as one of hockey's top teams, the Leafs could now let their Stanley Cup imaginations run wild.
People will go bananas here in Toronto, and it'll be a great place to win a championship, that's for sure, is here in Toronto. They'd love to have a winning team here again, and hopefully we can do that.
I can imagine what the city would be like. The last time Toronto won a Stanley Cup was in '67. It's been a long time for us to win the Cup. It'd be the pinnacle. This town will just go hockey crazy.
Oh, geez, Toronto go crazy. I mean, if you see Colorado go crazy, but here I think they probably put the whole city upside down.
There were a lot of Stanley Cups in the past, and we haven't had that experience for a while. So to be involved with bringing another one back would be just an outstanding joy. I feel like it's deserved, it's ready, it's time, and I hope I can be part of it.
Today's Leafs carry 75 years of tradition into every game. The players, the building, even the uniform may have changed, but the bond between the team and the people is forever.
There's no better hockey fan than a Toronto Maple Leaf fan.
It is not inappropriate to say that if there is one center of the hockey world, it is here in Toronto.
I guess you would try to equate it to the Dallas Cowboys, to Dallas, the New York Yankees, to New York. Those are sort of America's team. Well, I think the Maple Leafs are Canada's team.
They stand here at the ACC. Listen to this.
Well, Toronto's a very unique city. I mean, people eat, sleep, and breathe hockey.
I mean, if I go to a barber shop and it takes a half an hour to get a haircut, well, we talk about 5 minutes on politics and 25 minutes on hockey.
With the Maple Leafs, every day it seems like it's like a 12-month beat. There may not be a story that you think was newsworthy, but the media would be here covering practice with the same fervor as a playoff game in another city.
Just coming home with that jersey you were drafted in, you know, growing up playing them and pretending you're them, and then finally getting to put on a jersey with your own name on it and the big leaf crest on the front, it's just sends a shiver up and down your spine.
People just support that team, and they play blue and white.
When you talk to players that have come from other teams, when you talk to guys that weren't born in Toronto and they come here, you realize that it's a lifetime experience, and you're not going to experience it in any other city you go to play in.
Long rink wide feed for McGillney, cutting to the middle. Scores! Shot blocked, rebound, goal. Ross wins the game.
It's the only town where if you give a half-decent effort, even if you play 50 games, 20 years from now they remember. Like, it's an amazing city.
The Toronto Maple Leafs are life in Toronto. people care about their kids and going to church on Sundays and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
The Maple Leafs are going to the Final Four.
Thomas the other way, breaking free. Steve Thomas in! He scores!
Darcy Tucker scores! Darcy Tucker! Sundin, there's a shot, there's a goal!
You know, I think I'm a player that enjoys playing when the pressure's on, and I think that's something that's going to help my game.
Thomas to the line with Sundin trailing. Sundin steps to the middle, scores! Stopped by Curtis Joseph! Holy Mackinac! Oh, what a hit!
Having a number 7 with McDonald hanging up in my rec room, now I can put a number 7 Roberts beside it.
He scores! Holy Mackinac!
People can't get enough of the Toronto Maple Leafs.